Hey guys, it's Rocket Stripes, and welcome to Sims 4 Speed Build. So, it's been a while since we've done one of these, but a lot of you guys have been requesting Sims content recently, which honestly made me so happy because I didn't think any of you guys liked watching these videos, so I kind of stopped doing them. But enough of you guys were like, hey, are you going to post more speed builds? Or, oh, you should post this or that or whatever. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll post some of this. It was really sweet. It made me really happy that you guys actually watched these videos. So it's almost like an off-the-grid home. It's technically not because I couldn't be bothered. But it's trying to have that vibe of really trying to recycle a lot, reuse, reduce, very natural, and it kind of looks like maybe an English cottage almost. It's a family house, so it's designed for 1 or 2 parents, and then 2 girls, I think maybe around teenagers, but they could be kids. I didn't really add a lot of kid stuff, so I'm assuming teenagers. And the idea for this build is kind of based off a family of friends I have, where they're the sweetest people and they really like to live off the earth, I guess, kind of. They take really good care of everything. They love just finding whatever they getting whatever they can and finding another purpose for it. They're not hoarders. They have such minimal things. They have so few things. Their closet, one of them, this was a while ago. But at the time, I think she was probably around 15, 16, something like that. And she had maybe 20 articles of clothing. It was so impressive. And that was all she needed. It was good quality stuff. She wore it, a lot of dresses and things like that. And it was so cool. I really admire that way of living. I don't think I could do that. I try to live minimalistically, but nowhere near this kind of just, you take what you have and you use it, and trends don't matter, It's just everything has a function and you use it for that function. So I was trying to make something kind of that way, and that's still really cute and aesthetic because it's really, earthy and takes care of, takes care of the land and lots of plants and everything. So if you're interested, there are screenshots at the end. This will also be up on the gallery. I think my Sim's name is Rocket_Stripes, so same as my YouTube channel name. If you want to download it, I'll be real with you. I didn't player test this. I never player test my builds. It might work. It might not. You might have to shift a couple things around. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work, but yeah, just be warned. I didn't actually player test this because I was kind of lazy. I do hope that you guys enjoy this, though. I had a fun time making it. I was actually listening to an audiobook while making this. So if you guys live in America, and there might be places where you can get this in other countries. I only know of how to do it in America, though. If you have a public library, as I think everywhere does, then you can, a lot of times they have books online, and this includes audiobooks. So recently I've been really into finding audiobooks online from my library and then listening to them while doing YouTube stuff, or even just laying on my bed. I love just happy fun books, and usually they're not all happy, but ones that make me feel a little bit more excited about life. And I've just been listening to a lot of those books recently because I love reading to an extent, where I love books and I love stories, but I never actually sit down with a book and I'm gonna read this. I find that really hard personally to do. I used to do it all the time before I got a computer, but now if I'm bored, I'm just gonna watch Netflix or TikToks or something like that. So I put on my summer bucket list to try and do that some more. I was read at least 1 book. So I read 1 book, and then I got hooked. So I've been continuing to read books, and it's just young adult summer happy fiction books, or nonfiction. I don't know, one of the two. I always get it confused. I believe it's a fiction, not real stories. But dude, I would definitely recommend that if you want just anything to listen to. I used to be really into podcasts, but they're not quite so fulfilling for me. So I've been trying to do that recently, and it's been going pretty well. because even though Corona is shutting a lot of stuff down in some countries and like some areas in different countries, it really depends. You can do pretty much anything, but other places are still really closed off. Like that can really, it can make you feel like you don't want to do anything this summer because you're like, oh, I'm kind of stuck at home, yippee, you know, and just mope around. But I've been like writing lists of things to do and trying to get all of them done by the end of summer. Like, oh my gosh, I'm excited. I think it's later today or tomorrow. I'm going to be making a little fire pit outside. So I know that's not legal everywhere. Where I am, it is completely legal. Like both my neighbors do bonfires all the time. And then that way, if you have like extra sticks in your yard, you can go ahead and burn them. And while doing that, you can roast marshmallows or hot dogs or, I don't know, anything like that. Or just like sit out there, and it is kind of warm to be doing that. But I love bonfires. I think that they're so pretty, especially summer nights. Just make sure to put on bug spray if you live somewhere with a lot of bugs. So I've been trying to do stuff like that. I have a whole bucket list. I want to make like a summer video that doesn't, like a summer vlog kind of thing, where I show you guys some of the things I've been doing. I don't know if I will do that, but I think it might be kind of cute. So I like filmed myself writing the bucket list, but I haven't filmed anything since then. So honestly, nothing will probably ever come of that, but maybe if I do a lot more fun things, or I figure out what to add in that video, I'll put something like that out. Because I made a vlog like one time, and I found it really fun actually, but people in real life found it, and they were gently making fun of me for it, and I took it down because I was like, ah. So actually I took a lot of my videos down. They're still uploaded, they're just privated or unlisted. So if you're actually looking for a video, but like an old series or something, but you can't find it, it's probably still up in the playlists, and then you can access it that way. But I don't know, I unlisted a lot of videos because I was very self-conscious. You know how it goes. Maybe I'll put them up sometime, but I'm just focusing right now on trying to put out like one new video a week. I think is about good. I haven't really been reaching that goal because, man, I want them to be good videos, and recently that's required filming 2 different videos, like filming a video, not liking it, and so then filming another one until I'm pleased with the result. So I actually did a build before this, and it was fine, but I was like, well, I don't want this to be the first Sims build that I put out in like a year or 2, and I have a hard time making builds while recording it, because when I know that other people are going to see my work, I get super self-conscious, and I'm like, oh no, what if they don't like it? They can probably do it so much better, blah blah blah. It's really dumb, honestly. It's so bad. I need to just be proud of it and go with it. But I always, when I know that people are gonna see it, then I become a perfectionist. Whereas when it's just for me, I'm like, that's good enough. So I've been trying to just relax a little bit, because definitely to some level it is really good to try to do your best and make it the best it can be. But sometimes you just gotta relax and just gotta go for it. So I've been, working on trying to find a balance with that. And then, I don't know. I know this whole video is kind of just me talking about myself, but maybe it will inspire you guys to think about whatever's been going on in your life or anything. And then I'm also trying to find motivation to better myself, kind of. Because, like everybody, I have a lot of flaws. Surprise, surprise. No, but I have a lot, and I know what they are, and other people know what they are. It's not like, oh, what are my flaws? It's like, oh, I need to work on not just saying whatever pops into my mind, because that can be very offensive sometimes. It's not necessarily racist or something, but just rude. It's like, girl, think before you speak, So, also, sorry if you can hear background noise. There's a really loud truck right now. But then, when I'm, mad or annoyed or just, kind of zoning out, then I'll just blurt out whatever I'm thinking. And sometimes it gets really good response, but sometimes people are like, what? And I was like, oh, not supposed to say that, Kirsten. Or even if they don't, outwardly say it, I'll, say something and then I'll think, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, I could have worded that better. Or, there could have been a more positive way to use this idea. If you don't have something nice to say, then probably don't say it type of idea. But sometimes I really struggle with that, so I've been trying to be more conscious of these things before it happens rather than after it happens, because usually I end up thinking, oh yeah, Kirsten, you're supposed to be working on not saying these things or whatever it is. That's just like what I can think of right now, but there are all sorts of things, But I think of that after I made the mistake rather than before, so oh my gosh, it's a struggle. I just want to be a half decent person, and I find it really difficult sometimes. So that's what we're working with right now. Also, maybe there's something wrong with me, and maybe this is getting way too personal, but do you guys cry a lot? Because I didn't used to cry until like maybe a year or two ago, and now I cry like at least weekly. It depends. Sometimes like I've had weeks where I've cried literally every single night, but then also I've gone for like I don't even know if I've gone for a month without crying. That's pretty bad. But like also I've gone for like a decent amount of time without crying, and that used to never be an issue. Like in middle school, for instance, I would never cry. I cried like once a year. But then maybe it's hormones, maybe it's me becoming too sensitive. I don't know what it is, but I've been crying a lot more, and I swear I'm fine. Like, I'm pretty happy for the most part, and my life is really good. I just need to be like more thankful for what I do have and everything. But bro, I've been crying. Like, I'll cry and I won't even know why I'm crying, and I just want to know, can someone tell me if this is normal or if I really need to go to therapy ASAP, because it doesn't feel right to me. But I also know that some of my other friends do that. Like, I have friends that will cry themselves to sleep every single night, and I really worry about them. But maybe that's just like, I know it's not unhealthy to cry. It's actually really healthy, because it's the way our body releases like emotion hormones, kind of, or like emotion chemicals, I think is probably a better way to word that. So it's important to cry when you need to cry, like for your body's, like it's actually there for a reason. But I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing it this much. So we're gonna see. Anyway, this is unrelated again, but let me guys know if you have any like questions you want to ask. Like, just comment if you have questions. Like, it can be about my personal life, I'm fine with that, or just like general things like, oh, how do you feel about this, or how do I learn how to do this, or any random garbage. Feel free to ask me. I have been streaming a lot recently, so sometimes you guys will pop in chat and then ask me random questions like that there, and that's pretty cool, because I like having, conversations with you guys. That's why I've been enjoying streaming a lot recently, is because it's a nice way to connect to you guys, because then in like comments and stuff, when you guys comment, I'll like know a little bit about you from hanging out with you guys in stream, even though it's just chat, because that kind of is how it has to be, so people aren't talking on top of each other, and I can't call with everyone, obviously, like that's not very practical. But I am liking streams because I feel a little bit closer to, like, I'm like, oh, these aren't just names, they're people behind the names. And I don't know, I think it's fun. It's a pretty cool experience, so I've been trying to do that a bit recently. Honestly, I need to stream more, because I do it like maybe once a week, but there are always people watching, and you guys are so sweet. And I could even stream The Sims, but I don't know how interesting that would be. I've been streaming alone a little bit. Usually I used to like only stream with other people, but recently I've been streaming alone, which is good, but I can only do it for like an hour before I just get so drained from talking the whole time. So streaming with people is a little bit easier for me. But I don't know, like, you guys have seemed to enjoy the stream, and I know I'm generalizing a lot, but it makes me happy that some people are like liking them. And if you don't like them, girl, no problem, because to be honest, I can't watch streams. Like, other streamers, if it's my friend, if it's like a really popular streamer, even if it's someone like I'm head over heels a fan for, or like fan of, I can't watch streams. I get so bored, like beyond bored. I never watch streams, which is really weird, because if you don't watch streams, why do you stream? I don't know. I don't know how any of that works. But yeah, we've been doing that a little bit. And then let's see what else. At the end of the month, I'm hoping is when it will come out. I'll have like a vlog. It's gonna be really short, like 5 minutes maybe, of me designing my room and decorating it, because I moved recently. So I was living in Croatia and Germany kind of, and then I moved to America. It's like the Midwest, and obviously that means a new house. And since I'll be living here semi-permanently, at least for the until the end of high school, so like 2 more years, I was like, oh well, I want to make my room cute, obviously. So I want to put a vlog on how I'm doing that, and I am using a little bit of things I had from living in America previous times, a little bit of recycling for what I can, and then buying like a few things here and there. But I really, really don't like buying things. I don't like spending money. I always feel very guilty. I also don't have like a proper job yet. I just have YouTube. So, you know, like you make a little bit of money and it's really cool, but not that much. So I like don't have much money to spend on stuff for my room, because even when I do make money for YouTube, I try to like put that back into things that will help, you know, video quality, or, you know, there's just like, oh, you gotta get like birthday gifts for your friends, or like all sorts of things here and there. So I also just feel beyond guilty when I spend money, which is, again, probably unhealthy. I don't really know what that stems from, but since this is my only source of any money, and it's just a little bit, I don't have that much money. Plus, I don't I don't like buying things because I know it's not good to be a consumer. Like, consumerism really bad on the environment, and that's something I'm trying to work on, because I do feel like semi-strongly, and I want to improve that, because like we are all living here and we need to take better care of it. So I'm working on doing my best to take care of what I have, you know. And, you know, I still like go in cars all the time, and I fly places, and I buy things that probably weren't made that responsibly and stuff like that. So I'm definitely not like, I don't have very much room to speak, but I am trying, and I hope that counts for something, you know, trying to do better, use like glass and more recyclable things instead of like paper, and not using plastic dishes and stuff like that. So it's a work in progress. I figured something's better than nothing, but obviously I'm working on improving that kind of thing where I can. But yeah, so for that reason, I'm like trying to keep my room minimalistic and just use whatever I can find around the house or that's not in use, you know. So I want to make just a video on how I decorate my room. Plus, interior design is just something I find fun, and I love watching those videos. They're just entertaining. Like, y'all can't tell me you don't love sitting down every once in a while and watching someone have a really pretty bedroom that you'll never be able to attain. Because that's me. I do that all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that bedroom. And, you know, I figured why not put a video out on that, because I think it would be fun to make. So it's just, yeah, transforming our room from an empty room into a room with a bed. Really fun. If you guys do watch that, though, I hope that you will end up enjoying it. I haven't finished my room yet, because some of the things that I need for it are like shipping from Europe and stuff. But, you know, hopefully, again, by the end of summer, we'll have that finished. I'll see how it goes. I've also been into baking, like, really healthy foods recently, or, like, trying to, like, stuff with zucchini. It's fun. Guys, get into that. If you enjoy, like, cooking and baking, try making things with zucchini and black beans. There are a lot of recipes, and it's a little bit healthier than much of the alternative things. Many of the alternatives. I don't know. I can't talk. Anyway, that's about the end of the video, though. Thanks for listening to me ramble on. I hope that you enjoyed watching. Here are the screenshots. If you have any more build suggestions, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you all later. Bye!